Hey team, how we doing?
We're trying something new with Jim's iPad instead of my phone. So let us know if you're here, say hi, and let us know if you can hear us.
When you start.
Oh, just here.
Oh. So let's see where we're at. Last time we talked, it was dark, and we were driving Miss Ruby back to San Diego. We got back to San Diego about quarter after midnight, midnight 30. All in all, the trip I think took about 6 hours or so. We got, by the way, we have doggos running around
Here's little Pip.
everywhere.
Little Miss Pippa. Hi guys, can you hear us okay? Hi Heather. Hi Rosie.
Hey Heather, hi Rosie. So, simple trip back, easy trip. Glad we had the generator running. We used it on the way back, and we were safe. First time driving Miss Ruby in the dark, and confirmed what every other owner of this type of coach and this age of coach has said, and that is that the headlights are garbage, and they are. When we first started out, we had stopped and got fuel right before we started to leave, and it was all brightly lit at the pumps and everything. And then we got on the freeway, and it was like, it was like having just candles, right?
Yeah, at first I
it was
was like, oh
old
my
timey
gosh.
Model T days. But then our night vision adjusted, and then it wasn't too bad. Safe to drive, but it's a list of things in the future. We're going to want to upgrade the headlights for safety and for the cool factor, right? Just to have
Better.
yeah, not to have 30-year-old headlight technology.
Can you guys hear us okay? The pond is running.
And then really we just crashed. We left everything in the coach, and literally just walked in the house, walked upstairs,
Went to bed.
and literally went to bed. And then so yesterday was a day where we spent cleaning Miss Ruby, and she's slowly giving up her secrets. We did find she has a safe under the bed, so platform bed lifts up, and Charity even mentioned, she said, I didn't see the safe, and it's all covered with like carpet, right?
Yeah,
it was covered with
can't
carpet.
even tell it's there.
So we had a moment where I told Tara, I said, and it's a key. It's I was thinking, oh great, it's going to have the dial, and we're going to have to get a stethoscope and like try, but it just has a key, right? So,
and then we had a drum roll.
we did a drum roll, and our life could change right this moment, right? Maybe there's a
gold
stack,
bars,
just bullion doubloons in there or whatever, and we opened it, and it was just stale air, nothing. So
completely empty.
Yeah, so that was kind of a
except for dust.
Yeah, wah wah. So that was kind of a bummer. And then we really just kind of spent the day giving Miss Ruby a deep clean.
Yeah.
Inside, and we're not quite done yet. What we did do was everything with the exception of the cabinets got done. And what I mean by that is we vacuumed everything out, we wiped everything off, we cleaned the ceiling and the overhead. And this is just something that Tara and I, it really is how God made us. Whenever we go somewhere new or get something new,
and we've moved a billion times.
Yeah, and so we're kind of used to. We always do a deep kind of field day, if you will. So we got all that done, and we had no AC in the coach, right?
The only thing that we didn't do was we want to get some of that Murphy's oil soap and some oil, to
clean and kind of revitalize the cabinets a little bit. We didn't run the generator yesterday and have AC while we were doing everything. Generator's still smoking a little bit, and that's due to a fuel filter that needs changed that we'll get this week and take care of. But out of respect for our neighbors and in order not to have the EPA police roll up in Forest Metal Court, we didn't run the generator. So we had 3 box fans going. We had all the windows open, and it was hot. It was hot. It was a hot day. And yesterday it was probably 91 here. in Chula Vista compared, I think today it's like 81, right? It's like literally perfect weather. Tara went in and actually changed and came back out. I was like, "Are you wearing what I say bottoms to a bathing suit?" It looked like she was wearing underwear.
They were
Right, and
they
I
were
was like,
workout shorts.
I was like, "Hey,
But
hey!"
I don't own any shorts. I own
Yeah,
zero shorts
yeah.
except for those workout shorts.
I thought she came out in underwear, and I was like, "We don't have time for that. We're cleaning, and it's too hot for that anyway. So we'll just clean."
It's like, no,
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah, so gave her a good cleaning, and then we unloaded, right? Because we had some luggage in there and other stuff, and
Hey, Cheryl.
and then and then we took out. We have this huge Rubbermaid full of stuff, paperwork, repair receipts, the parts manual, owner's manual, all that, and we're starting to slowly go through that. One thing we did find, what we think, I'll verify later. I found the original paint codes written on a piece of paper, and it appears that Miss Ruby was not always Ruby.
She had a dye job.
Yeah, she is, and so the original owner lived in Ohio. We think he graduated from University of South Carolina, and because one, there's a license plate holder that says Gamecocks on it, University of South Carolina. And then the original paint codes
Hi, Laura.
that we found, it talks about metallic black, metallic silver, and metallic gray. Miss Ruby has none of that on her right now.
No, so we think that they painted her in Gamecock
Yeah,
colors.
in school colors. So, so at some point, she's had a little bit of a facelift with that. She's changed colors back from original. We did find, which Tara posted yesterday, what the original interior looked like.
And that makes sense.
When,
They're having
yeah,
that.
which the outside would complement the interior. It was actually
I thought it was
kind of
pretty.
cool, right?
Yeah.
It was like really neat, right? So that was that, and then today we really didn't do much with her. She's just sitting out front, and then
Well, we did a couple of things. We called the refrigerator
that's right.
and microwave repair guy,
yeah,
and we sent him some photos of the error codes and the models and stuff. So he'll get back to us when he can come and fix those.
yeah.
So that'll be nice. And
We found out she's had 3 refrigerators
yeah,
and 3 microwaves.
This is the fourth. That's the fourth step.
Yeah, 4th, and so for it's a little bit of concern. I asked her. I said, "Well, she's eating refrigerators."
But it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
So
and
the big Rubbermaid bucket that had all the
Yeah.
ducks in it, today I went through it and took out everything that doesn't pertain to it currently, and there were 3 manuals for refrigerator and microwave, but not the current models. So
Yeah.
we don't have that, so I just got rid of all the old ones.
Yeah, and I think it probably has something to do with, remember, if you were to buy a refrigerator and put it in your house, it's never moving,
Yeah.
right? Until it goes bad or you leave. Any refrigerator is going down the road at 70 miles an hour, 60, whatever. It's constantly being turned on and turned off with power changes, going into storage, so being powered down completely, and then being turned on and having to cool down real quick. So it's a concern for us. So we're going to try and get this one fixed. But in order to replace the refrigerator, you have to remove a windshield. The only way to bring the refrigerator in is you have to lay it down, and then you have to bring it in horizontally through the front windshield. Good thing is we have a cracked windshield that needs replaced.
But not that one.
So can they? I'm not sure if they can bring it in through the driver's side or not. But if push comes to shove, we'll just take care of that. And to Mike's credit,
Yes.
who we had mentioned,
And we need to give a huge shout out
Yeah.
because they've really taken care of us.
yeah, they've
at
done really
Imperial-
well. So we
Imperial Luxury Coach in Inglewood, Ohio.
Inglewood, Ohio. The day we were getting, I think it was
The night we were getting ready to leave.
night we were getting ready to leave. The refrigerator still had not cooled
Yeah,
down.
we realized that those two things weren't
You know,
working.
And Mike addressed it head on. He was like, "Okay, let's talk about the thing that I know is all on your mind. The microwave had an error code, and the refrigerator wasn't working."
And they didn't realize it.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
realize it. And to his credit,
Hey, Christine.
Mike gave us a credit back as if we had if we have to replace the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Right,
So
which
really,
is-
really good.
Yeah. So in the event that we do have to pop the windshield, get a new refrigerator, have it installed, and then reinstall
And
the
we're
windshield.
covered on that.
Mike has already taken care of that for us. So again, just another great thing he's done. We sent him the bill for the repair of the generator that we had done in Vegas. He had a couple questions. We sent him the details, and he's going to cover that for us. So again, we can't say enough great things.
Yeah.
And then
let me just say this too, going out there. So if you're looking for a coach, they're just a really, really great couple that own it, and then just Pippa, no bark.
Yeah.
When we got to the airport, they came and picked us up at
Yeah.
the airport. They gave us a loaner car for the whole time we were there.
Yeah, they did. Which was a Cadillac,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
it was
So
really
we were rolling.
nice. In style.
Yeah, we were styling in a Cadillac, and
So, can't say enough good things.
and they told us where a bombing
the barbecue place.
was. Yeah,
that
it
was
awesome.
so good.
Yeah. So kind of moving forward, our strategy. So we're going to use Ruby goes into storage tomorrow, right? I would have preferred to get her there today. She's just sitting out there, and I have to tell you, she's massive. in front,
Barely
right?
fits in front of our house.
We're
It's-
actually
it's covering
halfway.
The
Yeah.
whole front of the house and half of our driveway.
Our driveway, our yard, our neighbor's yard, almost all the way up to their
Oh
front
yeah,
door.
our neighbors are too.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
and
I bet
so
they're
we're-
sick of us, but
yeah.
we can have it here for 2 days, and that's what we're gonna do. That's
Yeah,
what we're doing.
you're damn right. I'm gonna take advantage of it.
But the HOA will be knocking on the door tomorrow, telling us to
Yeah.
move it if we don't.
So she goes in tomorrow, and then one of I have no idea, but we were dealing with a pretty significant water leak in our kitchen up until we left
In our
Um,
home,
in our house.
yeah,
right.
this house, not the bus.
And this was over the course of about 2 to 3 weeks to figure out where this water leak was coming from. It started out where it was just always wet on the patio out here, and then you could see it dripping, and it was right under the kitchen sink. So we're like, okay, great. Coincidentally, we had a vegetable sprayer that was leaking that we thought, this is it, right? Makes sense. So replace that, dry everything out, and then
We thought it was good.
we thought it was
fine.
good, and it still smells musty under the kitchen cabinets, right? And before I forget, we called a plumber, which is the worst thing you could ever have to do. And he was like, "Well, we got to cut into your
Well, no, it
house."
was because the Cox, remember? The whole thing started because we
Yeah. So we thought when Cox came, we upgraded. We thought when they came, they put some staples in to hold the fiber optic line, and we thought they punctured something because it was leaking right
exactly
where
where
the staple
that was.
And we were like, "Oh, Sherlock Holmes, we don't need him. This is it." So the plumber comes out and cuts like a 2 foot by 2 foot square out of the stucco of our house.
And it's because we called Cox Cable
Yeah.
and they sent guys out
Yeah.
to fix it
Yeah.
because they thought it was going to be on them. We thought it was going to be on them.
Yeah, and we're like, "Yeah, cut a hole, fix it."
Yeah, you'll have to fix it. It's fine.
And then so he looks and he's like, "Oh, you have these plastic lines in your foundation. You shouldn't have that. They stopped doing that a long time ago. You guys, someone done you dirty, right?" and then he starts talking about a jackhammer and like they're gonna have to run new lines into our house,
Oh my God.
right? And Tara called me at work, and I'm like, "What?" So
No bark, Pip.
I get home.
No barks.
I get home and we take a look at it, and long story short, the dishwasher had been leaking for we don't know how long. And this was a 5-year-old dishwasher, and it was
Yeah, it wasn't very
what was it, a
old.
Maytag? It was a Maytag.
Yeah.
It was a Maytag dishwasher, 5
And
years
it
old.
wasn't a cheapo one.
No.
It was a nice one.
The motor was plastic, right? And so every time we did dishes, it was putting water
And
below it.
even when no dishwasher dishes were running, it was
Yeah,
a
it was still
constant,
leaking.
a constant leak.
And it was all puddled underneath all the cabinets on a whole side of the wall. So I had to cut holes in the baseboards. We had
Yes.
fans running. We had to do the bleach, and then all this time while we're gone, it's been drying out.
Yeah,
That's a
because
lo-
we had to remove, because they had to remove part of the cabinet to get it out. We had to hire a carpenter guy to come
yeah.
and
Yeah.
take apart the cabinet to get the dishwasher
Yeah.
out.
So that was a really long way of saying tomorrow when the cabinet guy comes, we're gonna take him into the coach quick and kind of talk to him about. We want to make him our repair guy because I talked to him when he was here the first time, and he used to do carpentry work on sailboats and yachts. So he's obviously bona fide, I think.
Yeah.
And so we want to see, get some of his thoughts on. We want to expand the shower and renovate it a little bit, and that involves essentially making one of the linen closets half its size, and a few other things. So we're going to kind of want to walk him through it tomorrow and maybe get some ideas. The other big development is after cleaning the coach yesterday, we said, wouldn't it be nice if we could just plug the coach into our house?
Oh yeah, we did
Right?
that today
Because
too.
when you go to a campground, we plug in, it takes 220 volts, 50 amps, which is, the plug is about this big around, right? It's not like a regular house plug. And so, the first night we stayed someplace, they had that type in their residence, right, at their barn. So we're having an electrician come Thursday, and we're putting a 50 amp outlet on the side of our house. So whenever Ruby's here, we can plug her in.
And we don't have to run the generator.
We don't have to run the generator, so
Yeah.
we'll save fuel. It won't be loud for our neighbors. We'll be able to keep it cool, and we'll keep the electronics more stable. Excuse me while I yell at my child. Pippa, knock it off.
No barks. Get over here.
I'm sorry you
Here,
had to
Molly.
see that.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's Molly. Say hi, Molly.
Here, this is Angelica Pickles.
Her name's Molly.
Molly.
We didn't show Cooper and his toothless
Yeah,
smile.
we'll show him at the
Here.
end.
Here.
And this is Cooper.
Oh wait, no, I can't. We got it. Never
Yeah.
mind.
So kind of moving forward, we have a short term, we have a long term list. We're going out with the doggos in 2 weeks, just 5 miles away to local, just to see how they'll do. Every time they get in a moving vehicle, one of them who will remain unnamed,
Molly.
she takes a dump.
Because she's so excited and she has
She's-
IBS.
She has IV, and it's.
It's Molly.
So we got to get them thinking that they're in a house and not a vehicle, because we can't have her crapping all over the place.
Oh.
So we're just gonna go, and then we're gonna use that. We're going on a Friday and Saturday, the first weekend in November, and we're gonna kind of use that time. We haven't done anything with the
Electronic.
any of the electronics or the
Yeah.
entertainment system. So there's a pull-out TV in one of the bays and an outdoor entertainment center. There's a TV
You can't see your
inside.
arms again. You're doing all that.
That's okay. And then there's a direct TV antenna that will fold up, and even if you're driving down the road, it will track the satellite. That's what tracking a satellite looks like, right? Some of you may think it's the Miss America way, right? It's the Mr. America way. And so we'll do that, and then we're going to just start checking off things on the list. We're going to we'll focus first on things either that we want to upgrade, either from a mechanical reliability or safety standpoint. There's nothing unsafe about it, but there are some things that I would feel more comfortable with, just to make it so when Tara starts learning how to drive it, there's less play, and it's 30 years old, so probably it needs new shocks, I think, in the front, and probably a steering
Yeah,
wheel.
because there was
Yeah.
a few times, but we were also, on really crappy roads. So.
And a steering stabilizer, which would go a long way. And I was like this, the whole, and it'll make it so I'm not like that, right? And then so we'll just keep plugging away at it. But inside, she's to the point where we're comfortable. We can move into her, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we can do that.
She's really pretty.
And then I still have some cleanup to do in the bays downstairs from when she was being stored. So we'll do that, and then we'll just start picking away at our list. So that's kind of it. It was good to get home. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was.
But I slept really well the whole time. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, we've camped before. I mean, I just glamping, you know,
Yeah.
but we've camped before, and you know, you're so ready to get home because you're so tired because you haven't slept well. That bed is as comfortable as
Yeah.
our bed at home.
Yeah.
So no
Yeah, I
no
agree.
complaints there.
Yeah. And it seemed like it was. I mean, size-wise, we sleep in a king bed at home, but size-wise, I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a queen, full
yeah.
queen in Miss Ruby, and you know at home, yeah, we have the king, and it didn't bother me having you that
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Yeah. Or me. So I guess that's it, gang. I think, like I said, I start teleworking tomorrow. We're kind of, we're here in San Diego now, and
Quarantine time.
it's yeah, quarantine, and then back in work because of work, and then
Oh my God. Pippa is digging and getting. Oh, she's covered.
yeah,
She just got a bath, and she has a brand new dressy on, and she looks like she's been outside living in the woods for a month right now.
yeah, she looks like some Lord of the Flies. Or, anyway, so and again, for those of you that have seen us or know us, we bought our home here in San Diego it'll be 6 months or 6 years,
Mhm.
6 years ago here, about 5.5 years ago, I
Yeah.
guess. But it was a big fixer-upper.
It was.
It was a huge
We've
fixer-upper.
done a lot.
And we've done a lot, and we're not completely satisfied or done, but we bought within our budget, and then we're upgrading our house within our budget as time allows, and that's our approach with Miss Ruby. Um, her original price was $700.
Something like that.
Her original price was $775,000.
30 years ago.
30 years ago,
Yeah.
and
We paid a fraction of that.
we literally paid a fraction of that. Like, I don't think there's any depreciation left in it, probably. I don't know. But we paid a fraction of that. And so we have time, and we can go as we want. The good thing is she's in good enough condition that we can use her and enjoy having her. Really take her anywhere, because I feel pretty good about her life.
Yeah.
Driving from Ohio out here, I feel pretty good about what I think I know about her reliability and her little, her quirks and kind of what we learn about her. And then just like the house, we'll do one thing at a time, and as we can afford it and as time allows. And then, in 5 years from now, you'll see pictures of her, and you'll be like, holy cow,
Yeah.
I can't believe it, because our house is like that.
Well, and if they follow along, they'll see it as
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, so you'll see it as we go, and we'll keep you updated. So, I guess that's it. Anything
Yeah.
else to say? Is that
No,
it?
just it's been a fun journey so far, and now the real fun can begin.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, to sum it up, you know, we're learning, right? And if you're not, for us, it's a new adventure. And despite, we've been researching for 2 years and reading. I joined a bunch of different forums, and I'm learning a ton. But it never really prepared us for the the drive across, right? When the first night hooking up, everything I read, I was like, oh, this is easy, right? And then it was like a shit show, right?
Well, you had
And
Mr.
then-
Wizard to help.
Yeah, I had the wizard, and then everything else we've learned along the way. It just goes. I don't know what they did before the internet. I don't know what anybody did. There's so much information out there now, and there's such a community of support for people like us that are buying a coach like that is of that age, don't want to help, right? And so at some point in the future, that'll be us. We'll be in a position to give back, and somebody else will be learning, and we'll be able to pay it forward. So with that, God bless. Have a great
Thanks for
rest of your
watching,
Sunday.
guys. If you wa-
Bears won today, right? So 5-1, and I'm looking. We still got a couple things to work on if we're going to make a run in the postseason.
Okay,
but
we're not talking about the
I'm
Bears.
feeling pretty confident. And the good thing is, I can watch the Bears and Miss Ruby, right? Or I have a TV out here outside. I can watch the TV. So anyway,
He's not spoiled.
y'all have a great Sunday.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, out here.